New hair, who this? What's up, you guys? It's your girl Quita here, back with another video. Today I'm going to be doing a story time about the time I dated a prisoner. This is the first video of Quita Chronicles. Quita Chronicles is basically gonna be a monthly story time about a guy that I dated who was not the one, obviously. And the story time of when I talked to them or dated them or whatever, and then what I learned from the whole debacle. Each person that I have dated, they do have a name. So of course, that's like for the catfish story, I'll never like give you their name, but you'll have like their name. This one is the prisoner. So if you want to hear the story time, please go ahead and make sure you stay tuned. If you are new to the channel, please go ahead and make sure you subscribe so you can become a real babe. And if you are existing, thanks so much for coming back to watch. I truly appreciate everybody who watches my videos. And I also hope you guys had a happy New Year's and a Merry Christmas. I can't believe it's 2021, you guys. So let's keep on trucking. Hey, I'm not bashing anybody or any of the story. I'm just telling the story from my perspective. All right, you guys, so let's go ahead and jump into the story time. So, the prisoner. You know, have you guys ever dated somebody or talked to somebody? I'm speaking to the ladies, like the finest of the fine. Like, that was the prisoner. Talk about fine, you guys. Like, yeah. So he was super cute. We met on Tinder. If you guys know what Tinder is, then you know. Basically, it's, I don't really want to call it like a dating app because I feel like it's like a hookup app, but pretty much if you like the person, you swipe right. If you don't like the person, you swipe left. If you guys match, and you guys can message each other, so on and so forth. They have a lot of upgraded features, like you now can video chat each other. If you guys, like, I don't know, it's super advanced now. That's all I know. But we met in the basic days of Tinder. So pretty much we both swiped right, obviously, and that was my Tinder bae. He was cute. He was cute. He's cute. Like, no, he was cute. So pretty much we talked to each other on Tinder for a little bit. After we talked on Tinder, we moved on to text. You know, text turned to the phone, but I don't believe we talked on the phone for like really, maybe like 1 or 2 times before we actually met. So number one mistake, ladies, our first date, and I had to go pick him up. You guys, if you go on a date with somebody, your first date, and you guys haven't even established like a relationship, don't go pick him up. Don't be me. So I go and I pick him up. Mistake number one. That's how I should have known. And we go to this bar up the street. It's like a low-key, hole-in-the-wall like looking bar. That was my choice. I chose that bar. So pretty much we're at the bar, and I'm the type of person, like, I'm a really like a deep conversation. Like, I get deep, like the ocean deep. Like, I want to talk about all kind of stuff. I don't want to just talk about shallow subjects like looks or materialistic things. And I feel like that's what the conversation was. Like, I feel like he didn't really take the chance to like get to know me, which was another second red flag that I probably should have noticed, but I didn't. And I just want to say, you guys, the reason why I should have started this off like this, that his name is the prisoner, is because he was in prison for a long time prior to us being involved. So we were involved for like 2 months, and he was out for only 3 months when I met him. So a lot of his ways, I guess, how they do it in the prison, I don't know, definitely transpired to civilization. So yeah, we're at the restaurant, we're talking, and so the line that he uses is third red flag. Hello, the flag is like going like this in my face. He says, you guys, oh my God, I left my wallet at home. Do you mind paying? So I paid for it, of course, like, you know, gullible me. Yeah, sure, I'll pay for it, no worries. We go out again, we go to like this hookah lounge around the same area. Of course, I picked him up again, and this time we texted and we talked more. I still haven't let him come over because I forgot to mention on the first day he asked to come to my house, and like, I'm just a very weird person. I don't like to invite really anyone to my house when I first meet them, but especially men. I feel like as single women, we need to be careful inviting strangers, especially men. And I'm not saying all men are the same or men do this. I'm just saying that women have to be careful. You just can't invite every man to your house that you meet. Anybody, quite frankly. I didn't let him come over, but we were still like hanging out. Like, I want to be taken out on dates, but it's like I'm taking him on the date because I'm picking him up, I'm paying for the date. And it's like at the time, it was this really, really cute guy who liked me, which so I thought. He tricked me. Well, I guess I tricked myself, but I finally did let him come over. And what we did when he came over is none of your business. But anybody who has ever had relations with somebody who just got out of the pen, baby, I was gonna leave it there. You know, he definitely used the sex for, I feel, power. You know, when people are good at something, they can use that power. You know, a lot of people don't believe in magic, but I believe in manifestation, which is kind of like magic because you can manifest and think about the things that you want, right? And I feel like you could use your power to get anybody to do what you need them to do. So, you know, he would run it down and then he'll be like, can I use your car? Yeah, you can use my car. Yeah, because I'm not thinking straight, you know what I mean? So he was using my car. I let him, one day we were texting and he was like, you know, I hope you know I'm moving in soon. Mind you, I had a roommate at the time and I'm looking at the phone like, and I texted him, I said, no, you're not. He said, we'll see. Another red flag, ladies, if you just met and we only talked, you guys, or dated for 2 months. So it's like, if we just met, you said, I'm moving in soon. Moving in where? Or where you moving into, boo? So he said he's moving in. I'm like, no, you're not. But he did start spending the night, like every night. He would take my car at night and he would drive and, you know, go meet up with whoever, his cousin, whatever. He probably was meeting another girl in my car and I was too dumb to know. So one day he dropped me off at work. I had to be at work at 7. He dropped me off and then he came and picked me up. For one, he was speeding through the parking lot and my coworker saw and I was super embarrassed. I'm like, oh my God. Second, he was late. First of all, if I let you drive my car, you better be on time to pick me up. He was late like by 15 minutes and his phone was off and he wasn't answering. What were you doing, sir? Who knows what he was doing in my car? Supposedly at the auction. After that, I was like kind of turned off because I was just like, you've been doing way too much. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm kind of starting to see, but like not really. So, you know, that day, dropped him off at home because I was so mad that he picked me up late. Forgot to mention, you guys, one time when we were doing adult activities, he looked at me. He's like, you gonna let me control your life? That's like the biggest red flag ever. Another thing that men try to do, women try to do for their power is when they're using their power against you, they will, because they know that's your vulnerable spot. You know what I mean? So men can pick up on insecurities, low confidence, things like that. So everyone has insecurities at the end of the day, but you still have to be solid and have a foundation of who you are. So even if somebody does try to do something to get you in your vulnerable state, you have that boundary. And it's not really a guard. It's just, being smart and being aware of what's happening. So he says that during an encounter, and I'm like, no. Like, what? No. And he's like, you gonna let me control your life? No. But he kept asking it, so I said yes. And then, it just went crazy from there. To go back, once I got home from dropping him off, because I was mad that he was 15 minutes late picking me up from work, my ex-roommate and my best friend are sitting in the living room, like intervention on the no, it's not the ID channel. I'm not sure what channel intervention comes on, but that's what it felt like. They sat me down and they're just like, this guy's no good for you, like da 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 da, he's no da da da. So I had already started to pick up on those things, but my friends telling me about him, I was like, okay. So I cut him off. And he was like still trying to talk to me, still trying to like, hey, meet me here, still trying to put in effort, but I didn't really give him the time of the day. And me and him are still cool to this day, but as far as anything relationship wise, serious, I wouldn't, just because of that. I feel like it may be because of situation where he was, the reason why he acted that way, but there's a whole bunch of reasons, because hurt people, you know what I mean? So you will never really understand why people do what they do, but I just feel like from that situation, I just learned that you just have to like watch the flags, because I just think about, because it was already rocky. We would go to the grocery store and we're checking out. It's not like the cashier is like far away from us, you know what I mean? So he's like, are you down with, I'm not gonna say what it is, what they call him, but we're gonna say Team Charles. So you down with Team Charles, baby, or what? The cashier is looking like, what? Are you down with Team who? And I'm just looking at him like, oh my gosh, what? Like it was just weird. Like, are you down with Team Charles? Like, what do you mean am I down with Team Charles? Like, I don't know. It was just like the way he did it was just like, it's like, I don't know. It was just kind of weird. If you guys don't already know, I am super like, I guess you can say I'm conservative in a way. Like, I am not conservative, but then I am. I just feel like certain things, especially like PDA, which is public display of affection, I feel like PDA is, I don't know. I feel like certain things should just be held for private. And he definitely was not like that, which was another thing that bothered me. Like, I know that everybody is different, but I'm just not one to just pop it like it's hot in front of everybody, okay? So we're in the car, windows are not tinted, my car, windows are not tinted, and he's trying to like put his hand, I'm like, okay, you're doing way too much. And he's like, don't you ever remove my hand if I'm touching you. Another ding 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 red flag. Like, there were just so many, you guys. I'll just keep popping out the scenario. But yeah, basically what I learned is when you first meet a guy, the moral of the story is make sure they're dating for you. If you're just having fun with him and you don't really care, then girl, so be it. But if this is somebody that you're looking to have a future with, you're looking to be with, you're looking to potentially marry one day, these are the signs that you need to go through. Whatever you go through in the beginning and you either don't, not correct, but you don't talk about and try to work through it, or distinguish, is that something you want to deal with or not, then that's what your whole relationship's gonna be. So you gotta make sure that either you A, talk about the things that you don't like and communicate, or B, don't deal with them, because it's gonna be yeah. Well, he was just all around just not a good catch. Like, not somebody that is, yeah, it's a no for me, dog. Hey guys, that is the story time about the time I dated a prisoner. I'm not saying every guy that gets out of prison, I'm not saying that they're not good guys. I'm just saying anybody you date, no matter what their background is, look for whatever you feel is what you want in a partner. And if it's not what you want in a partner, or, you know, make sure you're looking at the red flags, especially. You know, it's really important, you guys, to pay attention to the red flags. And when I think back about that situationship, or whatever you want to call it, I think about, I'm telling you guys what the red flags were. You know what I mean? I'm telling you guys what they were. So it's like, when those moments were happening, I felt something, but I was like, nah, it'll work out. He'll change because he's gonna like me. I'm so different. And he treated me like everybody else, obviously. I hope you guys enjoyed that story time about the time I dated a prisoner. If you guys like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you are new to the channel, make sure you go ahead and subscribe so you can become a real babe. And I really hope you guys like the Quita Chronicles #1. The next video, you guys, will be next month for another Quita Chronicles. So I don't know what Quita Chronicles video I want to do next. There's a couple of them that I can do, so just be surprised for the next one. And I will catch you in the next video. Bye.